Hey students, today I'm gonna show you how decimals relate to fractions and how we can construct those with base 10 blocks. Okay? All right, so here are our three problems, and I'm here at my teacher table and I'm gonna show you how it's done. Okay? All right, let's get started. All right, so here are your here are your three problems. We're gonna start off with this one. Last week we learned that this is in what place value? That is the tenths. Okay, so in base 10 blocks, we're gonna represent tenths with these number sticks, okay? So we used to use them as tens, now we're gonna use them as tenths with decimals. So to create that, I'm gonna get 7 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so I created 7 tenths. So that's 7 tenths. Now, I'm going to show you what 7 tenths would look like in a fraction. It would simply be 7 out of 10, or 7 over 10. Okay, so that's what it would look like as a fraction. So 7 tenths is 7 over 10. And it would be represented by 7 sticks. Okay, so let's put those back. And now we have the next one. We have 46 hundredths, right? We call it hundredths because that's the second place value, 46 hundredths. Okay, so how would we construct that? We would take 4 of these. So I'm gonna go back and get 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna get 6 of these little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are our 46 hundredths. So that's how you would make 46 hundredths in the base 10 blocks. And how would you say 46 hundredths in a fraction? Well, yeah, I think some of you got it. 46 over 100. So 7 tenths is the same as 7 tenths in a decimal. 46 hundredths is the same 46 hundredths in a decimal. It's 46 over 100 in a fraction. Now, when we get into whole numbers and decimals, this is how this looks. So let me put these back. So I'm going to put those back into their piles. Okay, so 2 and 34 hundredths, because remember, we always say and for the decimal. 2 and 34 hundredths. Okay, so 2 would be represented by the whole numbers. 1, 2. 3 would be represented by 3 of these sticks. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 of these little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be your 4 hundredths. It would be 2 and 34 hundredths. Now, how would that look like? What would that look like as a fraction? Well, 2 would be the whole number, so 2 is the same as this 2. And then the 34 hundredths would be simply 34 over 100. So 2 and 34 hundredths would be the same as 2 and 34 over 100 in the fractions. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? So there's your 3 answers all together. Okay? So let's go and we'll try a couple more. I'll erase these. And hey guys, if I ever go too fast or if I'm explaining it too quickly for you, you can always go back and rewatch these videos again. Okay? So rewatch them as many times as you want, okay? And it'll help you to understand it. So let's go over here and we're going to try this one. Let's try 78 hundredths. 78 hundredths, right? Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my 7/10ths. So my 7 bars here. And then I need 8 hundredths. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 78 hundredths. And how does that look in a fraction? It would be 78 over 100, just like that. So 78 hundredths is 78 over 100. Okay, they're equal. They're equal, they're the same. And you'd have the same picture for this as you would for the decimal. Okay, all right, let's look at one more. Hopefully you're catching on to the pattern. Remember, math is all about patterns. Once you catch on to the pattern, then it should be very easily for you to do any other one. So this time, let's make the fraction first. So let's make a fraction. Let's make 5 and let's do 30. No, let's change it. I want to change that to something else. Let's do 5 and 7 hundredths. So how would that look like as a decimal? 5 and 7 hundredths. Okay, so let's make it in this first. So 5, oops. I only have 4 there, so let's change it to 4 and 7 hundredths. I only brought four holes here. Okay, so I only have 4 here, so I just changed it to 4 and 7 hundredths. Okay, there's my 4, and then my 7 hundredths. Do I need any of these? No, I sure don't. I don't have any tenths, do I? No, I only have 7 hundredths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my answer. 4 and 7 hundredths is 4 and 7 hundredths. Now, how would I write that in a decimal? Well, I'm going to write 4 for my whole number. The whole number is the same. But now I'm going to write my decimal point and 7 hundredths. Would it be written like that? No, that's 7/10ths, right? So it wouldn't be like that. So it would be a 0 and then a 7. So 7 hundredths. So 4 and 7 hundredths and 4 and 7 hundredths. Okay. Guys, I hope this helps you to relate decimals to fractions and see how you can make them with those base 10 blocks. So use those virtual manipulatives that I sent you the link to, so you can use those and you can practice on your computer at home. Okay? All right, I hope you learned a lot today, and like I said, if you didn't understand this the first time, you can watch it again, and hopefully the second time it will make more sense. All right, well, have a good day, guys. Have a good day learning. All right, bye.